Hello, and welcome to the last installment of the book club with the Impossible Fortress discussions. I am your host, that reads Thugitmcnugget. We have just read chapter 32, and it was a chapter. No, okay, so Billy goes to see Mary, and we finally learn the truth about Mary and her past. The truth about Tyler. Tyler has been telling the truth all along, and Billy assumed the same as we did, that the baby was Tyler, and we kind of said that Tyler might have, forced himself on Mary, but it was the other way around. Mary didn't really force herself on him, but she wanted it. She wanted it to happen, and it was a mutual thing. But Tyler kept poking her and kept, touching her at work and stuff. Mary had enough and made up a big lie that Tyler had been trying to steal lighters, and it got him fired. And it got him fired, and it was a huge lie. It was big, and Tyler was telling the truth that he didn't try stealing lighters, but he did. Oh, I mean, of course, he did go back and steal the lighters, right? But that was like in revenge of this big lie, and that's crazy, man. I thought that Tyler was full of BS, also, like Will. I think he's Will right now. He keeps changing his name. Well, I mean, I think it's like I think Bill is like a nickname for Will, but I think he's Will right now because he's with Mary. Oh man, that I mean, I after reading that, I was like, wow, that's crazy. I did not know that. I mean, I would have not known that. I I was on Will's side this whole time. Uh, but anyways, um, this chapter was crazy because uh, you you just find out so much about what's going on. It just puts everything in perspective, or like puts the pieces together. And Mary gives away her child to a family who apparently will have a nice life, a musician family, and we realize, or we find out why Zelensky didn't press charges, and that's because Tyler was the father, and he didn't want Tyler to be in jail. Dude, it had nothing. It almost had nothing to do with Bill or Will. It's basically Zelensky hates him. Like, he hates him for doing that, for letting him in, and like, he didn't feel remorse over Will. He wanted to send him to jail, but in letting Tyler go, he had to let everybody go. So it's not like, again, it's not like Zelensky was like, okay, well, he was a good kid, so we'll let him off the hook. No, it's because I had to, and I still don't like you. So that's that puts that answers that question. And dude, uh, it was this is a pretty good chapter. This is a pretty good chapter because everything's starting to align, make sense. Um, but Mary doesn't want anything to do with Will anymore because she wants it to be like nothing had ever happened. Like none of this had ever happened, that this whole year could just erase and disappear. And she I think that's why she wanted what she wanted from the start. Maybe. Like maybe that's why she told Will that she couldn't. Or maybe it was that she knew she was pregnant. Who knows? I don't understand why she said no, other than the fact that she's pregnant. I mean, that's reason enough. She doesn't want Will to like find out, and he would have found out that way. But yeah, man, this is everything in perspective, and I'm curious to see how this ends. I'll be back, guys, with chapter 33 in just a bit. So please hold on. Please just wait. Go read the chapter if you haven't read it. I'm giving you this time. This is why I put music, so you can pause it, go read it, come back, or you could just pause it, leave, read on your own time, come back. This is why I do this. Anyways, sit tight. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the book club. We just finished reading chapter 33. It was basically about Will being like, oh, I'm working at this makeup place, the one that the principal told him that he should work at if he wanted to graduate, move on to the 10th grade. And dude, it sounded like very boring work. All he does is like pull and twist, like putting like a makeup brush into something. I don't really know. They don't really talk about it too much. He's just there chilling while Alf and Clark are off doing their own thing at McDonald's, working at McDonald's. I thought that was kind of cool. They're like kind of growing up in a way, you know. What's his name? Billy or Will hears the stories at work about customers and stuff, so that's cool. And he's reading Stephen King. I think that'd be a pretty cool summer, honestly. I don't know. I don't do anything really except read myself. Anyways, enough about me. But yeah, man, like he's having a rough time. I remember having to study during the summer, and I thought, oh, dude, there goes my summer, you know. And he's going through it too, so I kind of understand what he's feeling. But we do get some added info on the mom that she is now dating Tack. And I thought that was pretty cool. Like, well, they hinted at it, and it was like almost obvious that they were going to date. But Will is miserable about it because one, of his summer's going away, and two, I don't think he really likes Tack very much. I'm not too sure. He doesn't really necessarily say that he doesn't want his mom dating, but it's just that I don't know. He's just a little miserable about the whole thing, about his whole summer. Really, he's a little tired of it. But he gets the news that his. All right, sorry about that. My dad came and asked me a question. You might have heard him before I paused the recording. Anyways, yeah. So his game is one of the 5 finalists, and he told Tack to help him out. No, he doesn't tell Tack. He wants to hand the letter to himself, but he knows he can't. Tack's like, hey, I could help out. Just give me the letter. And after a lot of I don't want to give it to him, whatever. He ends up, give it to Mary directly. Don't give it to Zelensky. He'll tear it up. Tack's like, I'm gonna give it to Zelensky. I can't go behind his back. So, whatever. He does it. Tack comes back with the news. She didn't say anything, and he says that sometimes it's just best for people to have a second chance, you know, or like just have a fresh start. And maybe that's what Mary needs. That's what he's assuming, or that's what he's trying to convey to Will. And that's where the chapter ends. And it's kind of sad because it's like, oh, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen to Will now? Because I'm sorry, I'm thinking about other things at the same time. What's gonna happen to at the award ceremony, because they're both invited, I guess. They're both finalists. They both made the game, and this is what they've been working for. So I wonder how it's gonna end. Chapter 34, the last chapter, will come in just 10 seconds, awaiting the finale of this book. I can't wait. I want to see how it ends. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. Wait 10 seconds. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the book club. We have just read chapter 34, the last chapter of The Impossible Fortress. So if you've been following along with me, you have read the book. You've completed a book. Congratulations. We did it, guys. But anyways, we'll save that for later. Right now we got to talk about the last chapter, the ending of The Impossible Fortress. Billy is so obnoxious, he was a little annoying at the very beginning because he was like, "Hey, we gotta go now." Like, oh man, like he's so impatient. He wants to get to the thing. He wants to get to the ceremony or whatever, the award ceremony, and like there's still a lot of time left. And Tag's like, "Hey, what time do you want to get there?" Okay, we'll get there at that time. All right, just be a good host, and stop crying about that. It's gonna happen. Don't worry. It's like something you tell a kid. It's like something you want to tell a kid, but they will not understand. You know. So, I mean, I guess he's a kid, but come on, he's older. He should understand this. But yes. They go to the thing. Oh, by the way, sorry. Tack. They about Tack. They talk about. I can't speak. Will explains how Tack, ever since that day forward, every time he said something was going to happen, it happens. So that's not just saying, oh, what kind of character Tack is. It also tells us that him and Will's mom stayed together for a really long time. They're still together and stuff. So that's awesome. I thought that was a clever way to include that. It's just, and it feels nice. It was a nice little thing. So they get to the ceremony, and what's his name? Mulligan isn't even there. Some doctor guy. I don't know who. What's his name? Doesn't know. Will doesn't even know who he is either. So he's disappointed. He's like, oh, he's not gonna see the Impossible Fortress for what it is. He's some old man. He doesn't even care about games, whatever. Which is kind of I would see how that would affect decisions, but whatever. That happened. And then Mary's there. Mary's there with her friends, and one of them is Mary from the video. No, Lana something, Lana. Dude, I forgot her name. But I thought it was a pretty. There's this really cool moment with Clark. They finally say what's his disease, or maybe they said it before, but I didn't pay attention. But now I read it, I looked it up, and I understand. His thing is his claw hand is webbed hand, and it's his fingers are stuck together. That's what I got from the pictures. So his fingers are kind of webbed together, and that's what's embarrassing about it. Or that's what he's embarrassed about it. And he's like, oh yeah, they're gonna chop off my hand, they're gonna give me a prosthetic, and it's gonna look better. Okay, that sounds a little extreme. I'm sure there's a surgery where they could separate the webbing or whatever. And I think that's what the girl kind of tries to imply. Hey, doesn't that seem a little extreme? But it looks like she's interested in Clark, and he was interested in her before. So that's awesome. That's cute. I like that. Oh, Alf. I don't think Alf. Nothing happens to Alf. He's just hey, let me play Gauntlet. I'm super good. Nothing really happens with them, and I think that's the end for him. He plays Gauntlet and he's happy, and Clark maybe gets a girl, then he's happy. So anyways, the award ceremony goes on, and the game that wins the contest is not the Impossible Fortress, it's 5-card poker. And it was okay. It's a little sad that they didn't win, but I could kind of see how five card poker could win. It's because of like the AI functionality or like the AI opponent. I guess it's hard to program. So that's a good thing, and they saw the potential of this AI opponent. I guess being implemented in future games. So he he made something great. The kid, it was like a 9-year-old kid or something, and that's pretty cool. Of course, they're a little bummed out. Tax like what? I don't need a $400 computer to play poker or whatever. I thought that was funny, but as soon as it was time to leave, Mary is like, Mary Zelensky's like, it's time to go. Will's like, oh man, I don't want to go. Like the night's good, and who knows if this will happen again. Out of nowhere, they see Fletcher Mulligan, and he's gawking over the Impossible Fortress. Apparently, everybody's playing the Impossible Fortress. Everybody wants to beat it. Everybody's like, what? Like it's like everyone's playing it. Everyone's excited about it. And Mulligan's like, dude, did you guys make it? Or like, oh, like whatever. Like, who? I wonder who made it. It's so cool. And they whatever they tell them how it is. It's like, yo, we made the Impossible Fortress, and Mulligan's like, dude, you guys need to work for us or something. I don't know what. I'm summarizing, and that's not necessarily exactly how it happened, but it happened. It's like we need to stay in contact and stuff. And Mary kind of says that, hey, Will and I are going to be working on another game. We got a month to do it, which solidifies that, hey, they're going to stay together, or they're going to at least be friends. And I'm sure they're going to be a little bit more than that, probably. But yes, we finished the book, and the oh, hold on, not yet. Chapter 34. Chapter 34. It kind of ends a little abruptly. I don't know. I'm not one to be like, I need a concrete ending. I need this to be exact. But like, I don't know. It just ended. It just ended right there. Like, oh, yeah, we're gonna be working, right, Will? It's like, and just like that, we're back in business, and the book ends, and it's like, well, that's nice. That's all I could say. Like, well, that's nice for them. I don't know. Like, I hit the mic or something. Sorry. I would like something more rewarding than just like, oh, and we're back. We're back as friends. I don't know. I guess I wanted them to like talk it out, and her to be like, listen, I get it, I understand, or like, Will, like, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. I never got that from Mary or from Will, so I think that's why I'm a little like, I wanted more. But like the chapter the chapter was like a big wrap up of things, like, okay, Clark, okay, you got to get over your hand, man. Alf, what, I don't know what Alf is. Um, and like, oh, the mom and Tack stay together. Um, Zelensky's also like, okay, but you need to go when I say you need to go. You know, like it's just a nice wrap up of the book. It's a little safe, but I mean, it's fine. I guess it's fine. You could just assume everything's back to normal. They could get together, whatever. But yes, guys, that's the end of the Impossible Fortress. We did it. We finished a book, and you know what? I gotta say, it was a lot of fun reading the Impossible Fortress on YouTube, or not reading it on YouTube, but discussing it with everybody here right now. And if you made it this far, again, finish the book with me. If you bought the book, you pirated the book, You kept reading it with me, kept coming back and reading or listening to the discussions, and left your little comments. I want to thank you so much for doing so. It really means a lot, and it makes me feel, well, okay, I'm going to be real right now. As of right now, this video, as of this date, I don't know if anybody else is reading or listening to this in the future, but as of right now, not many people are. But I hope it catches on, and like the hope of catching on makes me want to read another one. So I will be reading another book and doing discussions. Which one is it? I do not know, but I will tell you guys beforehand, and you will have another week to pick up that book. Again, thank you so much for reading and listening The Impossible Fortress. Thank you, Jason Rekulak, I think that's how you say his last name, for providing the mind to create this book and for us to read it, the author. I want to thank my friend Elisa for lending me the book. Thank you so much. You helped this whole thing out, the book club. You helped the book club out with the first book. And I will be asking for more recommendations. If you guys drop down recommendations, just do it. I am excited to see what's the next book. And again, I will come back in a later video telling you what book it is, so you guys are ready for that. I might make an Impossible Fortress review, just a complete review of what I thought of the Impossible Fortress. So if you want, look out for that. Alright? Anyways, again, thank you so much for being here and for listening. You guys are awesome. I'll be back again with another book. I will see you later. Peace.